guys, it's Kay. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Kay. I'm a professional home organizer and a soprano here in the Boston area, and I am here to inspire you to live a more organized life. So today I am very excited to do my Q&A while I'm making snacks today, because I am partnering up with one of my favorite brands in the entire universe. You guys know OXO. They really graciously sent me this 8-piece pop container set, and you guys know that I like pop containers because they're stackable, they are modular, they are just easy to open, because like I don't need things that are like hard to get open. This whole I can't do that. They make organizing your pantry a cinch, and they are fully, all parts of this are dishwasher safe. You can just chuck this right in the top rack of your dishwasher and it's all good. I don't think they always used to be like that. I feel like back in the day when like they first came out, they weren't all dishwashers. I think you had to take the gasket off of the lid, but you don't have to do that anymore. Just dishwashers, that's awesome. So I wanted to refilm this part because I botched the name of the organization, and I want to say that OXO is actually partnering up with Cookies for Kids Cancer, and that is a great organization that does research to find less toxic and harmful ways to treat pediatric cancer. And for every post that an influencer makes with the OXO products and makes these delicious cookies and snacks, they will donate $100 to Cookies for Kids Cancer, and they will donate $5 for every hashtag used on social media. So details down below in the description. So thank you, OXO, for doing good. So when they gave me my assignment for what like cookie I would make, I'm like, making cookies, because you know I don't really like cookies, let's be honest. Well, I like cookies, okay, but I don't really have a sweet tooth. I just don't. I don't like sweet things. It just can't. And I got my assignment and I was elated because it wasn't a cookie. It was a savory seed mix, and I'm all about that. And it was David Burtka's seed mix, and I'm super excited about that because I love him. He is married to Neil Patrick Harris, who is one of my favorite actors, and I think he is amazing, and I am super excited to make this savory, not sweet, very yummy seed mix, pumpkin seed mix. While I'm making the spicy mix, I will answer your questions on the community tab here on YouTube. I asked you to ask me questions, so this is the Q&A, and let's make some pumpkin bar seed mix. I don't know what I'm saying. I want to apologize that the sound in this video is not that good. My camera with the good microphone is low on batteries, and I did not know that you could not charge it while it's running without like an AC adapter attachment. So we're waiting for that one to charge. In the meantime, we're using my other camera. I think we've got everything we need. Some mini pretzels. The recipe calls for mini pretzels. We've got raw pepitas, or raw pumpkin seeds. Now these were so expensive, I'm just going to tell you. So you could probably use roasted, but I wanted to be true to the recipe, so I used raw. They were pricey.com, so you know, just putting it out there. We also needed sesame snacks. I love these sesame snack cracker things. They're so good, but we're going to use those in the recipe. We've got corn nuts. Corn nuts actually hard to find. I don't know why. Like, I was in the grocery store, I was like, where do you find corn nuts? So I got corn snacks. These are not actually corn nuts. These are like a generic brand from Walgreens, so a nice brand, but you know, they're corn nuts. And we also need bugles. There's alternatives to all of these ingredients, and I will leave the recipe down below. But I chose bugles because I like some bugles. We need all the butter in the universe, it looks like. So these are not low calorie. And we also need a quarter of a cup of Worcestershire sauce, which is actually how much I had in the house, which is amazing. And we need some spices. We got, looks like paprika, cumin, onion powder, kosher salt, and I'm also mixing up 4 cloves of garlic. Oh, we got some hot sauce also. Hot sauce add to the mix. I got a local brand that is made by a guy who works around here. So Barry, shout out, giving you a shout out. My husband loves Barry's hot sauce. He's like been a fan. He's a big Barry fan. So we're gonna answer some questions in the community tab while we make the seed bar mix. So let's open up the community tab. The cute picture of Clover, by the way, I posted on the tab, so thought that I enjoyed, you guys. Okay, Nita Firestone, I hope I said your name right. I'm gonna butcher so many names. I apologize in advance. Okay, I'm gonna come out and say it. Why are you moving? We are moving because, let me get started on this. I'm just sitting here answering questions and not doing anything. We are moving because we live in a one-bedroom apartment, and I work a lot here. I make videos. I am starting to write some stuff. I do a lot of online consulting, and I'm at home a lot. Between my husband and I have one shared bathroom, which is not, it hasn't been terrible, but to be completely honest, one bathroom is not the best. If both of us have like an emergency and we have to go at the same time, it's awful. I don't want to like tell tales out of school, but my husband spends a lot of time in the bathroom like getting ready. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if he's like doing his makeup in there, but the man is in the bathroom for an awful long time. Like, I am in there for like what? I mean, unless it's like wash day, like I'm washing my hair, yeah, I'm gonna monopolize like a whole hour in there. But if it's not wash day, I'm in and out in like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. Stephanie Alexander asks, I think I remember you once mentioning making a video teaching Clover new tricks. Is that still happening? I'd love to see your process with him. Interesting question. That was a long time ago, so you're an OG. I love you. I don't think I was going to make a video about it, but I wanted to teach him new tricks. And spoiler alert, well, I have taught him some more commands, but they're not like tricks, you know. We're working on the quiet command because he has a super loud mouth, and I need him to control his volume or use his inside voice like most of the time. We've been working on the quiet commands. That's what I'm going to say. But and I think that we did teach him to like jump up on items, but I haven't taught him to do anything that's like trick worthy. And I don't think I'm going to make a video about it, but maybe I'll show it in a Snaps vlog if you guys want to see that process. BJG359 asks, tips for organizing shoes. Make the shoe organizing solution something you can handle. And I usually suggest that people only wear about 4 or 5 pairs of shoes on the regular, you know, like the regular rotation pairs. At the most, I've seen people wear like 8 on the regular. I literally, on a regular everyday basis, really cycle between like 2 or 3 pairs of shoes, to be totally honest. The rest can just be put away. So just acknowledge your own behavior. Tara Wagner asks, any tips for moving into a new home? Yes, I have plenty of tips, and I will be doing an entire video series about moving. My main tip that I have, if you can, get into that space before you move in and take measurements and like take pictures and everything, and come up with a plan before you move in, like a rough plan. If you can get like exact measurements, that's awesome, because then you can plan where your furniture is going to go. That's what we did with this place. I used a design program to recreate the space in a design program called Tech Glance, and I knew the sizes of all my furniture, and I put them all in just like puzzle pieces, and I fit everything around. And when on moving day, I knew where everything went, and we had all of our furniture set up by the time like a week had passed, and it was amazing. So if you can do that, otherwise try to, if you can't get into the space before you moved in, like say it's like a rental and you can't really move in there before the prior tenant is out, try to remember what it looked like and come up with a game plan. Otherwise, I think the best moving tip I have is to really color code boxes, because that way you know, like, it's green kitchen, okay, all the green stuff goes in the kitchen, and all like the blue stuff goes in the bedroom, and all the yellow stuff goes in the living room, because that's going to make your life so much easier. Katie in New Hampshire asks, looking for the best way to start declutter the basement. Most of the stuff is my hub's, but he asked me to help. Like, go down there with big trash bags, like big ones, not like little tiny ones. Go down with big trash bags and throw away the stuff that's trash first. Now, you know that in the basement there's a lot of trash down there. I mean, it could be like not trash that you're like throwing out per se necessarily, but trash and things that you're not using or things that you need to give away. There's a lot of stuff in the basement usually that you need to give away because that's usually where stuff goes to die. I've seen so much stuff in basements where I'm like, people haven't seen that for years, so I don't even know it was down there. So take a big trash can and make some piles. Pull out through two or three bags and like give away trash, recycle, and I guarantee you can make a huge dent. Start in a corner and just start going crazy because that's the only way you're gonna get through it. The only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time, so you just gotta get charged through it. Tina Fraser asks, what's the best way to declutter gifts given to me by my mom and dad? They are not sentimental, but I think it'd be bad karma to throw away these purchased with love items because, you know, it's mom. That is a good question. I tend to encourage people to try and declutter these, try to take away the perceived value that these items have. In actuality, they are just items. And any item, even a sentimental item, is just an item. And not everything can carry the same perceived value as all of our special sentimental items. Spend more time with your mom and dad and make memories. Those are the real important things, not the items. Items are just items. Not that items are not important and don't mean anything. They do, but they are at the core just items. Oh my gosh, let's start making this mix. What am I doing? So I think we're gonna combine everything in this bowl. It wouldn't be a video without this man. He came over, he's like, what are you doing? I want some of that action. This is not for puppies, you can't have it. It's full of all kinds of spices. He's smelling my breath because I just had pumpkin seeds and he's like, that smells really good. You can't have it. But he had so much fun today at the park, didn't you? You had fun, yeah. Say hi to your fans. Hello, hello. Marlena Baker says, Marlena Baker says, I want to hear you sing. Well, Marlena, I got some links for you. I don't make it a point to put the singing stuff on my channel like a lot, the performing stuff. The videos do exist, they're out there. I don't expect you to go and like look at my entire catalog and watch every video, although I would love that. I will put some links down below of a recent performance. I think the videos are unlisted. I'm not sure. I will put some links down below of a recent performance so you can judge for yourself. Judge for yourself. TTMP 2017 says, while you have great content about robot vacuums, can you comment on the best vacuums and DIY cleaning methods for those that still have some carpeted areas in their homes? Love your content and the bean. Thank you very much. I still really love my Dyson cordless vacuum. I've had it since 2013, which makes it 6 years old, almost 7 years old, and the thing won't die, and it still has amazing suction. And it's worth the $400 I think I spent on it in 2013. I did buy it during a tax-free weekend, so I highly recommend the Dyson vacuum. I think Samsung makes a vacuum now that's very similar. I have not tried it, but it looks very good as well. And I do recommend, the carpet cleaning machine that I got for the Zep video that I made a few weeks ago. It's awesome. So I highly recommend it. I will link it down below. It worked really awesome, especially for like little stains around. So definitely check that out. So I'm a big fan of the Dyson. You know what? Big fan of the Dyson. I've heard your Baroque music and Belle Hélène. Is there any style of opera you would absolutely love to sing and one you would pay anything to avoid? Anything that I would love to sing? Well, I do love Baroque music. I love Baroque music so much that I would, if I could for the rest of my life only sing Baroque music, I would. I don't think that I would be opposed to doing like much of anything. Because I love everything. There are definitely things that I don't do well at all. That I would be like, I don't think I'm gonna do this for you because I'm not the person to do this for you, but nothing that I'm gonna be like turning my nose up at, you know what I'm saying? Lady Blue JC says, how can I repurpose greeting cards? This is a really good question. I have repurposed greeting cards in a way I haven't really repurposed them. I've given them sort of a permanent life. So I keep a journal of events that I'm really excited about, that have meant a lot to me, and if someone has given me a greeting card, about the event, I will stick it in the book and write about the event and how it made me feel. So that is a way to give greeting cards life, I suppose. Christina asks, best/worst traits of being organized. How'd you get into it? How'd you find customers? That's 3 questions. So I'm gonna answer the first one, and I'm gonna link the video down below where I talked about my professional organizing story, so you can go watch that. Hopefully that'll answer the other questions for you. But the worst and best traits of being organized, I feel like the best thing about being organized is that you very seldom lose items. I very seldom lose items. I always know where to find something, and that's really helpful in saving time. Probably the worst thing is that trait for me has resulted in me misplacing things because I put them in the home where they didn't belong. Like I'll set something down in the wrong place. I'll set my keys down in a place that's not like the key home, and I will walk around the apartment for like 15 minutes wondering where I set them down because I didn't set them down in their home. So I think that might just be a me thing, but having everything have a home and having everything be so organized can throw off my system a little bit if I don't remember where I set something down, because it's happened like, I don't know, maybe like 10 times. Christine Hayward asks, will you get Clover a friend at your new place? What is your favorite part about living in the Boston area? So as far as Clover getting a friend, sister, brother, we're probably not gonna do that. Partly, mostly because like I love being like a one dog mom. And my favorite part about living in the Boston area is probably, well, aside from the fact that all my friends are here, is the music scene here is awesome. It's a little insular, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of like, every singer in the Boston area knows one another. If I don't know your name, I probably know your face, and Facebook probably thinks I know you. But the music community is pretty amazing, and people come to performances. I don't know, I don't know, Boston's just cool. It's just a cool place. It's the only city in the US that reminds me of Europe, I think. I think that's really why I like it a lot. Okay, so my camera with the mic finished charging, and the framing may have changed. I'm sorry, but the sound should be better now. So we're gonna just continue. Marcia Anderson asks, yes, can you talk on the robot vacuum cleaner? So I do have a video about the robot vacuum cleaner, about the Roomba that I purchased. So I will link that down below so you can watch it. Heather Foster says, I thought today it would be nice to have a video about how to organize my car. Not sure if you already have one, but either way, it's needed here in Lower Mass. Well, you know what, Heather? There is a video. However, there is another video on car organizing and cleaning coming to the channel at the end of the month. Stay tuned. Okay, what are we doing here? We are, we're gonna put all of the spices in with the butter. Smells good. Woo! You can't see it. But all the spices and the hot sauce are in there, and the Worcestershire sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and coat this with all of this lovely goodness. I'm actually pretty excited for this. All right, we're just gonna mix this all together. We're gonna try to be neat about it. So Louise Cullen asks, hello, I would love to hear if you have any tips for storing and organizing collections of things from your own experience or from working with clients. There are ways of storing collections, but I would be more inclined to think about displaying collections instead of just storing them. The difference between a collection and something else that starts with H, which I won't say, is that you are taking pride in your collection. A collection is something you want to display, you want to show off, you want to talk to people about it, it's exciting for you. So you want to make sure that you are thinking about it in a way that you can display your collection and not just store it. You know what I mean? Because storing implies that you're not going to look at it for a while. So think about ways to display your collection. You don't have to display it out. Like if you have a coin collection, you don't have to have it out. But a nice way to display it, like if it's one of those like books you can open and look at coins, you're like, ooh, that's fancy. And you can like take it out easily and show it to people. That's what you want. So start there, and we'll talk more about collections in a later video that's coming up. I got them coming up on the channel. Ann Gallagher asks, do I really need to hold on to old credit card statements, etc. for 7 years? I've got piles and files everywhere. Oh, Amy, I'm sorry. Amy, get rid of, shred them. Shred the old credit card statements. You do not need them. Do not. I cannot tell you, this smells good by the way. I cannot tell you how many of those old credit cards I have just gotten rid of for people and they've never had a need to look at them again. Get rid of them. Just goodbye. Goodbye. All right, we gotta put this on a baking sheet. Wait, is this completely mixed? Let's just make sure everything's mixed. Let me just like take a second here. This smells so good. Oh my God, I'm excited. Look at this yummy stuff. So I'm gonna put this in my 300-degree oven and we're gonna just let these chill in here. All right, we're gonna put that, we're gonna time it for 60 minutes. I got my owl timer. Probably annoying for the video, but we're just gonna put it over there so no one's bothered by it. But after every 10 minutes, we're gonna stir it around. Okay, so we're done the hard part. Now we're just gonna answer more questions. How to organize a crap ton of medical paperwork and bills that I cannot scan or get rid of because I need to access it often. Amanda, how much is a crap ton? So if it's as much as you can fill a filing cabinet with, then I suggest you invest in a filing cabinet and make sure that the filing cabinet is movable so that you can move it to a shredder by the time you need to shred it, because I don't think that you'll need to keep them forever. But if it's a crap ton by meaning that it's like, you know, enough to sort of, yeah, you can definitely get a file box, or a desktop filing system is my favorite. It has a little label in the front so you can put what's in it. I've got 4 of these. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna keep in the move, but this is where I keep my like permanent filing. Everyone's got papers that they have to keep, you know, for various reasons. I do think though that you can scan some of those papers. I don't think that you need to definitely keep all of the physical copies of the papers, or maybe ask your insurance company or your hospital if you can definitely scan some of those items because they just take up a lot of space. Seth Johnson asks, any opinions on the home edit? I don't know a lot about the home edit. I follow them on Instagram because Instagram is sort of where I like to look at pretty pictures. You guys, I fell into the deepest wormhole on Instagram. It's just, it's really bad, but I guess they're a branded organizing corporation now. My opinion on the home edit is that they probably are great, but my opinion on most organization services is that we're all pretty cool and that we all do the same thing. It's really about the packaging and about the delivery of the service. I almost can guarantee you that every organizer you're going to work with is going to do a similar job, but the difference is in the delivery style of the message and the method of the organizing. Some organizers are like very like, and some people are really like warm and friendly, and it just whatever works for you. So I think the Home Edit do a good job at what they're doing, especially in where branding is concerned. They've partnered with a Container Store, which is amazing. But yeah, I think they're fun on Instagram. I guess I really don't have that many strong opinions about it, sorry. You guys, that was the last question. So we're gonna just wait for the bars to be done cooking and I'll show you the finished result. Thank you so much for OXO for partnering with me. Okay, I am all done making the mix and it's so good, you guys. I put it in my OXO pop container and it all fits. It's amazing. And look at that. Oh, yum, 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 yum. It's a few hours later and I have put my hair up because I don't want to be hot again today. But I have tried this, but I'll try it on camera for you guys. Look at that snack mix. Definitely for my next party, we'll be putting this together. Delicious and spicy and salty, and I love it. Clover, so sorry, but you can't have any. It's for people, not for dogs. Sorry, buddy. You want your own treat? All right, what do you want?